Good morning, Scorpio. How are you today? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one is going to be for Monday, June 16th through Thursday, June 19th. Okay, I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings to get you through your weekend. We're just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to bring up. That's the whole deal here, okay? So this one is going to be for my Scorpios. Let's see what we get, okay? For my Scorpios. Okay, here we go. From the top, where are we at? We've got the Star card to open it up, followed by the Fool, and then the Page of Cups. So this is your backstory or your recent past going into this reading. Currently, I have you with the King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Devil. In the near future, we are looking at the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Alrighty, bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Queen of Swords. Okay, so, is that what you're presenting as? What are we doing here? I actually feel like you're presenting here more like the Emperor, so I think that this is a persona you're taking on right now, this Queen of Swords. You're trying very hard to... The undercurrent to the reading is the fact that you're trying very hard to keep emotions at bay and stay very much so in control. So you're trying to take a very logical approach to this situation that you are currently in, I suppose. You are coming off somewhat cold here. There you go. Okay. Queen of Swords. Also somebody that's very tired of the BS. Tired of people trying to pull one over on them or being deceitful towards them, this kind of thing. So you've had enough of that for sure. Okay, the card at the center of your read is actually the Tower. So from almost every direction, it plays into the equation. So there's definitely something here that at one time you felt like had a lot of stability to it, and it is faltering or has fallen. It didn't have the stability you thought, I guess, to it, is what we have in the center. Now, mind you, not all towers are bad. Sometimes they're almost always necessary, but they're not always bad, okay? So let's start from the beginning and see what we get and how these play in. We are starting with the Star, the Fool, and the Page of Cups. So, in the recent past, it would appear that you took a leap of faith towards something, yeah, that you had a great deal of hope in. You had a great deal of hope that this was going to be successful. I think that you took this leap of faith. You took the leap of faith towards possibly an offer, like a love offer, but it was much smaller than what you had wanted. Okay, so you weren't getting everything that you wanted to start with, but you felt like this was something that you could grow with, is how this started. So usually I tell people we couldn't take these cards back if we wanted to, but this all part right here looks pretty good. So it looks like things were definitely on the upswing in the recent past when this part transpired, okay? All right, so you took a leap of faith towards something, even though the offer was smaller than what you had wanted, but you were hoping to make it grow or whatever, and so you did that, and that seems fine. Okay, now that was the recent past. Currently, we've got you, King of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Devil. So, the King of Pentacles to the Tower, I feel like the King of Pentacles is somebody in boss energy. I think that is the way that you looked at the other person involved in your situation. You felt as if they could do no wrong. They were in boss energy, right? You looked up to them to some extent. Then we have the Tower, so it wasn't exactly what it was made out to be, it looks like. And then we get the Devil on the other side. So it's possible that what made this Tower fall was some sort of an addiction or an obsession. In some way, one or both of you seems to be directly tied into the Devil here with some sort of an addiction or an obsession. Therefore, not leaving you freed up to be available enough to really build something solid, you know. When the Devil's attached to it, they have a tendency to pull you down. So currently, this is what you're dealing with, the Tower falling down. This person who you felt was in boss energy, obviously coming through as not being what you had and what they had portrayed themselves to be. And then there's still the Devil here with something. Okay, moving forward to the near future, what do we get? Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Do I have any cups out here? One, the Page of Cups. This is a very lopsided situation that's based in tangible wealth, really. Anyways, here we go. Five of Pentacles. So in the near future, it looks as though you're feeling somewhat left out in the cold by somebody who you still want to collaborate with. And then I have the Emperor down here. I'm not sure if this is how you're presenting, or are you actually presenting over here as the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is you still. I feel like you are very adamant about whatever you have going on here. You are not, it's like you're doubling down. It's like things have not gone the way you wanted. Things are falling apart. And rather than admit fault or guilt, or I don't know, rather than admit that you just made the wrong choice, instead of that, you're going to double down on this choice. Which I can't say looks like a good gamble, but it's what you're doing. And you are stubborn and determined as far as this thing goes, it looks like. Okay, what do we have? Behind the Queen of Swords, I have the Page of Wands and the Two of Cups. You consider this to be a divine union, so you're not willing to let it go, it doesn't look like. With this Page of Wands, it's like you're dealing with somebody who's incredibly immature, but you're just unwilling to let it go, is what I see. What do I got here? The Sun, the Five of Swords, and the Lovers. You say this still makes you happy. This is where you want to be. This is your happy place, is with this person. So you are not willing to throw in the towel. And you'll fight anybody who tries to make you, or, you know, tries to convince you to, it looks like. And now I have the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Cups. I have 2 threes out here right now. It's possible this is somehow a third-party situation, or there's a third-party interference. You still consider this to be your wish fulfillment, and you intend to move forward with it. You're looking for forward motion and success. Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the King of Cups. Yeah, I mean, you have made your mind up. This is the direction you want to go in, and this is the direction you intend to go in, no matter how arduous the path looks. There's not much sense in me trying to convince you otherwise, because it's not going to work. It looks like you are definitely adamant. So there you have it. This is what I have for you, Scorpio. Let's see about the date. Sorry. What did I get? Monday, what do you got? You've got the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Cups. So it's possible that somebody here has already walked away, or somebody's blocked, and you are coming up with new ideas on how to rectify that situation. Tuesday, I have the Six of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. You're trying to steer this ship into calmer waters so that you can get to your Ten of Pentacles with this person. Wednesday, Queen of Wands, Justice. You intend to bring your sense of justice to this situation. And as the Queen of Wands, you intend to get whatever it is you want. And Thursday, I've got the Five of Cups and the Queen of Cups. There is a sense of loss and regret here that you are still harboring over something in the past with this person, but it is not helping this situation any. It's just leading it to more of a resentful type toxic sort of being. I don't know. If you're going to stay in this because this is what you want, then you need to let go of the things, the hurt from the past, and just try to make this work. Okay, is what I see. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I don't know, best of luck. You seem quite determined, so never a good idea to stand in the way of a Scorpio that's determined. So there you go. I will be back on Wednesday with bonus readings. That's it. No matter what the cards say, just go make it the best possible day you can. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you for everything. Have a good day.